Good morning, girls. As you can see, I have one eye done and one eye not done. So I thought I'd hop on real quick and show you guys how I do like a fun eyeshadow. And I always tone my lips down when I do a fun smoky eye of any sort or any colors on my eyelids. I like to then just do like a neutral lip gloss. So anyway, I am going to show you. First, I start by doing like a really light ivory color across my whole eyelid, and that's kind of how I like to start, by having a nice even canvas to work with when I'm applying my shadow. So everything's kind of like a light beigey color, and now I'm going to go into this Urban Decay palette. This color right here, it's called Radio, right here. And I'm using my MAC 224 brush. This brush is super important for you know, doing eyeshadows. You can't go cheap on your eyeshadow brushes because it just falls everywhere and you make a big mess. So buying a good shadow brush is super important. And this 224 brush, I use it every day. It's just amazing. It works for, you know, just getting in that crease so well. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and coat the brush nice and heavy. I like to tap off all the excess. And I'm gonna go ahead and start by applying it right here to the corners, to the corner of my crease there. And I just spend a lot of time kind of spinning the brush around in little bitty circles, and kind of start by focusing on keeping it right there in the corner, and then I bring it all the way through the crease. Obviously using more expensive eyeshadows too helps it to not dribble all over your face when you're applying. So the cheaper shadows just, I don't know, for some reason they tend to make a big mess. So going right here again in my corner and spreading it all the way. I'm gonna wipe off the shadow. I always use a little washcloth or something on my lap to use, kind of dust off all my product now. And now I want like a clean brush because I'm gonna go in and kind of just blend this way better, so. And I like to do whatever I do on the top of my eyelid, I always like to do that same thing on the bottom. So I'm going to use a little fatter, stockier brush and go in the same color and kind of just blend it under there. Now these fun eyeshadow colors are really great for you know, date nights or music festivals, or just if you want to try something more bold. It's so much fun to have color. Everybody sticks to neutral tint shadows, and it just, I don't know, for me it's so much fun to have a little bit of a pop of color, especially because, you know, different eye colors complement different eyeshadow colors, and having brown eyes, I feel like it can do any of the fun colors. And I think that obviously like the green eyeshadows, I mean the green eye colors look really good with like coppery, orangey eyeshadow colors. So there's a lot of fun combinations you can make when you have colored eyes, green and blue. I love doing makeup on clients with colored eyes. So anyway, I'm gonna just add one more little coat of that Radio color right into my crease and blend it up. And I like to make sure that I go back with my light ivory color and just kind of underneath my brow bone highlight a little bit more to make sure that we didn't get too much color of the teal color up under the brow bone. Okay, so now that we're blended pretty good, I'm gonna go ahead and do my liquid liner. I'm always a fan of liquid liner. I never use a pencil. I tend to skip too much on my eyelid as I'm trying to apply them, and it gets frustrating. So I like to always use liquid. I also think it's more of a professional look when you're using liquid. Oh, I'm missing a brush. Oh, there it is. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop a little bit of this, I forgot that I put a different color too on my eyelid here. So I'm using this light. It's kind of just like a silvery gold. It's got a light shimmer to it, and I'm gonna just put that over my whole lid. I like how it, because some of the teal kind of dropped down onto my lid. And so now that I'm adding this neutral color, it kind of tends to make it look like I've got a little bit of a minty teal on my lid, because it's the blend of the teal and the neutral. A little more color right in here. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my Almay liquid liner. This is like $8 or $9. That comes in dark brown and black. I like the dark brown for me. The black is just a little bit too harsh, even though I have dark hair and stuff. The black tends to be a little bit too much. So I'm gonna start by, when I do my eyeliner, I always start with my wing. So I'm gonna go a straight line down towards the corner of my eye there. So the first stroke, I kind of just make a little guide for myself. And then the second stroke, I'm gonna kind of use an angle and go up now. And fill in my little triangle there. Always go back and make sure I got way down at my lash line there. And then I just like to clean up the wing a little bit. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara and we're done. Let me let that dry a sec. And I told you guys my favorite mascara is this Maybelline Great Lash. I just love the brush on it. I love that the product goes on nice and evenly, but I do apply it a little bit different. I like to hold my brush up and down this way to get my product on. So once I feel like I got a good amount of product, then I like to go in and brush them up. And I just kind of use the tip of my wand to separate my lashes. I don't use anything sharp. I know some people like to use a safety pin, or I don't know, for me, I'm just a little bit too clumsy to put anything that sharp next to my eye. So I just use the tip of the brush here. And then I'm just kind of painting the product on and upwards. Go ahead and make sure you get all those little tips of your lashes. It helps them to look a little bit more elongated if you're just going back, doing a little extra coat there on the tips. Just use all the length that you can on your lashes. And then I like to go and little coat on my bottom lashes. I'm gonna do one more little pop of that radio color. This one just seems to be a little darker to me. those little circular motions. And then I'm gonna go in with my black pencil liner. I'm totally a fan of pencil on the bottom of my lashes. So I'm just gonna kind of do a little tiny blending of this brown, dark brown color and the teal on my bottom lash line. Done. Fun, nice bright color.